Now then, Boo, good morning, good morning. It's 1 a.m. here actually, bro. So, you know what, first of all, very welcome to X-Ray. X-Ray changed today, by the way. We have become the coaching and development team to CC7. So I'm going to be here with my team to get you big, strong, badder than ever. But you know what? Really, just make you enjoy the game and see some of the things that you perhaps don't know yet. So that's where we come in. So first of all, 76-30. Let's see if we can get this defence statistic up for you. That's going to be my main aim for you. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to scan you as an enemy, and we'll see what we can see. Okay, we're in Booville. Let's see what we've got, mate. So, you know what? First of all, fantastic work. You have obviously the heavy turret already. I'm very much liking the Peacemaker. That's excellent. Well done, well done, well done. I'm liking the fact you've got flak in there as well, so that's excellent. Now, you're going to be facing a lot of this new weapon of choice in CC7. Certainly the HIMARS, I've got one of, it's my first one, the HIMAR at level 4 there, the second vehicle in. Now, the only thing that outranges a HIMAR is a salvo and a Peacemaker. I can outrange a machine gun, I can outrange a howitzer, can certainly outrange your main gun, and I say machine guns are just not really going to cut it anymore. So my personal advice would be start getting busy, get yourself at least one more flak in there, get yourself at least a couple more salvos, and potentially a couple of peacemakers. I know you may not have enough turrets to do that yet, because obviously I'm a 56, so I'm used to perhaps an extra turret more than you, but that's certainly something that you're going to have to look at. Now, my observations, bro, the first thing I want to take out on your base, always, in fact any base, is your war factory. It's got the only things in it that concern me. See, I attack with a Zeus. I attack with up and over type techniques such as the M270s. I'm sure you'll have them yourself already. So there's not much that really gonna trouble us. I do struggle a little bit with peacemakers, so they cause me a bit of bother. But other than that, there's nothing that's really gonna bother us except what comes out of that war factory, because it takes time to kill it. Now, you're already thinking about protection, because if you notice your mine placements, but if you look there, you've got a little bit of a slither that you can launch from, which means straight away I'm going to take your war factory out, instantly. What I would suggest that you do, I'm liking where you're coming from, but I'm going to suggest that you have a little think about placement of your outer building. So if you look at your little oil storage and your little oil pump here, if they were two and a half squares separated from each other, and you spread those things out, you will find that you will get rid of these spawn zones. Because look at that spawn zone. I mean, you and I know if you've got M270s, I can hit your war factory. I can launch from there, hit that war factory, and the war factory's gone. I've obviously got to be mindful of the heavy cannon, so that's the only thing you've got. And I'll tell you what, that's nice. That's nice, because even I didn't spot that. Look at that peacemaker in there, mate. So there's me thinking, you know what, I'm going to hit you from here, and straight away you've got a little cheeky peacemaker there. So that's good shit, that, man. That's fucking good shit. I've had a few fucking beers, so maybe I missed that. But you know what, I think other people would miss that. And I think you're thinking well, because look at the smoke there. You're trying to hide things like howitzers and things along that sort of line. Maybe you want to be hiding maybe a peacemaker. Maybe you want to be hiding a little bit of a flak or something along that sort of line. And you know what I like, mate? I mean, I think there's good thinking there. So perhaps you've set that zone up. I think that's good. Have you set that zone up there so that I think, oh bloody hell, I'll take your war factory, and meanwhile I'll get my shit kicked out of us by the peacemaker? If that is what exactly you have done, mate, That's exactly what I'm wanting people to be thinking about. You know what I mean? So I might have a future role for you as some sort of defence coordinator, because initially I underestimated you. I quite like what you've got going on. Your base is quite, dare I say, random. It's very different to a lot of bases that I see. There's no structure. Mine's probably too regimented when I critique my own. Um, you've got things that would draw your attention in certain directions, and then probably get hit by something else. And overall, your spawn zones are good. So I wonder if that is actually done on purpose. If it's not, mate, I tell you what, it's a fucking lucky guess. But I suspect you've done that deliberate. So, you know, nice, very, very nice. So would that suggest then that the second one would pick you up? So yeah, you know what? I mean, if you've set that up as a come and take me if you think you can, maybe that second peacemaker needs to be more in that direction. I appreciate you've got the heavy cannon there, but you're kind of outside range if you're going to aim for the war factor, because that'd be certainly the first thing that I would take on. So you know what, I think that's good. Now, what I will do going forward, I want to have a little look at your troop setup. So I want some screenshots, which I'll talk to you about. I want to see what you're made of in terms of attack. I want to know what you're doing fob wise, and I'm really conscious that I want to try and develop some of the skills that you've already got. What I would suggest to look at going forward, drop the machine guns, I think. Get a couple more salvos in there, because salvos, I say, you're really going to find in this higher level that you've just stepped up to, that you're unfortunately going to be 47, which means you're going to be attacked by 57s, because a 58 is not going to earn money off you. So apart from hitting you, there's no real benefit. But we're getting hit by 65s and things like that, so it's going to be tough. But brave it, keep at it, and we'll obviously get through this. You know what I mean? Even if we end up moving zones, just brave it, get through this, and we'll obviously do well for you. Now, I'm really, really pleased that you're coming on board. The things I do ask, my friend, I mean, I am a support team, which technically means that you can be inactive. Fuck off. No, I don't do inactive. I do less active. I don't mind that. I don't expect full-time players that are spending hundreds of pounds. I don't mind that. But if people aren't turning up to when CPs are called to attack, if people aren't turning up when we've got to take a zone, or we're going on a farming raid, or if we're moving, I'm not about that. That really drives me nuts. It lets the team down. I know you're not going to be one of those, but I'm laying my cards on the table. You know, be as active as you can, mate, because what I want to do, I want to get you to a fantastic level where you can then step up and support my more professional team, we'll call it. You know, Fox is where it's all at. So they think, I kind of think X-ray is where it's all at, but you know, we are technically supporting them, and I do get that. So what I'll do, mate, I'm going to be responsible along with my my leaders in X-ray to develop, get you strong, get you well supported, get you some sort of development. But you know what? So far, what I'm seeing, mate, I think we can learn a little bit from you as well. So keep up the fantastic work. Keep doing what you're doing. Have a little bit of a tweak, as I say, about the machine guns. I think they're probably going to be not the right weapon of choice at this point. Other than that, mate, you know, absolutely superb. I'd be very interested to see what you've got. I can see what you've got in defence in your war factory there. I'd be very interested to see what you've got in your barracks. And just another little top tip, mate. I'm not a massive fan of the Ontis vehicle. However, I've put a couple of them in my defence, and you know what? I'll tell you what, it's shite for attack. It's not my kind of personal preference in attack, but as a defender, it takes down M270s, it takes down the GLMRS, and it takes down the HIMARS for fun. I mean, if you can get them out, so if you can, like, for example, have a tank in your first slot and then a couple of ontis in your second slot, and if they're distracted by trying to take the tank out and your ontis sneaks up on them, and bear in mind how fast it is, it can often get underneath the over the top type of fire that you get from M270 and the like. Then that's a bit of a force to reckon with. Going forward for your attack, I don't know where you're at yet, bro, because obviously that's my next step with you. But if you haven't already got Macabre, get that shit sorted. If you have Zeus, I think they're absolutely superb as an anti-air and anti-troop type system. If your M27 is at yet level 8, where they release the red eye, then they're going to be things that we're going to look at, but that'll be for another day. So listen, first of all, fantastic to see you. Welcome on board to X-Ray. Have a little look at this. I have quite a lot of base assessment videos. That's what I do a lot of. I've got quite a few attack strategy videos. I've got other coaching about how to get your specific crits and things like that. So hopefully, you know what, you don't need all that shit. Hopefully you're already there, but you know, there's always something that we can do. And the most important thing I want to instill in you with X-Ray is you make it what it is, mate. It is your team now. Contribute as much as you can, give us everything that you can, talk to all the other guys, get as much information as you can, and just treat it like home, mate, because you know what, well done. Great to have you on board. Take care.